Good morning/afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to today's presentation on development and motivation across the lifespan. We'll be diving into fascinating topics ranging from how we acquire language in our earliest years to the powerful role education plays and how motivation evolves through different stages of life. We'll also explore how these elements come together in authentic workplaces, highlighting the importance of diversity and inclusion. Let's embark on this journey through language mastery, learning, and motivation across the lifespan. From the moment they're born, infants are already tuned into language. Newborns can distinguish different speech sounds and actually show a preference for the language they heard while still in the womb. Then, around 6 to 8 weeks, babies begin to coo. These soft, vowel-like sounds happen when they're feeling content and relaxed. Moving forward to 4 to 6 months, babbling emerges. This stage is characterized by repeated consonant vowel sounds like baba or da-da-da, which is an important step toward actual speech. By about 12 months, infants start saying their first meaningful words. It's worth noting that they often understand many words before they can say any. Finally, at around 18 months, there's a vocabulary spurt where they rapidly acquire new words, marking a major milestone in their language development. Infants are naturally driven by what we call intrinsic mastery motivation, which means they have an inborn desire to explore and make sense of the world around them. This motivation is crucial for their early learning. When parents respond to their infants with sensory stimulation, like tickling, bouncing, or playing interactively, they boost this motivation even further. It's this kind of responsive parenting that really supports a child's eagerness to learn. Early education programs, such as Head Start and the ABC Darien Project, play an important role in supporting cognitive development, especially for children from disadvantaged backgrounds. These programs don't just focus on academic skills, they also emphasize the importance of quality speech input. Research shows that the way adults speak to children, specifically using child-directed speech with focused, one-on-one interaction, has a bigger impact on language development than just the number of words a child hears. Moreover, these programs encourage social engagement and conversational turn-taking, which are essential for language growth. These interactive experiences lay a strong foundation for children's future academic success, highlighting the importance of both social and language development in early childhood education. As children grow, their language skills become more sophisticated. School-age kids start constructing longer and more complex sentences, and their vocabulary expands significantly, alongside improvements in pronunciation. For bilingual children, there are added cognitive benefits. They develop enhanced metalinguistic awareness, which means they become more conscious of language as a system. They also gain stronger executive control and better working memory from juggling multiple languages. When it comes to learning to read, understanding the alphabetic principle is fundamental. This is the idea that letters correspond systematically to sounds, which helps children decode words. Equally important is phonological awareness, or the ability to recognize and manipulate sounds within language, which is crucial for emerging literacy skills. Lastly, dyslexia is a reading disorder that affects both oral and written language, and it often shows early brain and behavioral signs that can help with prediction and intervention. When we talk about achievement motivation, a big part of it comes down to the mindsets people hold about their abilities. First, there's the fixed mindset. This is the belief that our abilities are set in stone and can't really change. People with this mindset tend to avoid challenges because they fear failure might reveal a lack of ability. On the other hand, the growth mindset is the belief that effort can actually improve our abilities. This perspective encourages persistence and a focus on learning, even when things get tough. Now, when it comes to goals, there are two main types to consider. Mastery goals are about developing competence and improving skills for the sake of learning itself. Performance goals, however, are focused more on proving ability compared to others, often driven by external validation. Parents and educators play a crucial role in shaping which mindsets and goals students develop. The kind of praise and feedback they offer can either encourage a growth mindset or reinforce a fixed mindset. For example, praising effort rather than innate talent promotes resilience and a learning orientation. Finally, research shows that embracing a growth mindset is linked to better outcomes. People with this mindset tend to achieve more, bounce back more effectively from setbacks, and engage more deeply in their learning experiences. This highlights just how powerful our beliefs about ability can be in shaping our motivation and success. During adolescence, we often see a drop in academic motivation and achievement, which can be traced back to both cognitive changes and social influences. At the same time, factors like peer pressure, struggles with ethnic identity, and moving into larger, less personal schools can make it harder for teens to stay engaged. Looking across cultures, studies have shown that in some Asian countries, students tend to perform better in math, largely because their cultures emphasize persistent effort and dedicate more time to academics and homework. When it comes to career choices during adolescence, these decisions start to reflect a better match between an individual's personality and the demands of different occupations, what we call person-environment fit. Finally, realistic career planning is something that develops gradually, shaped by a blend of self-understanding, societal influences, and the opportunities available to young people. When we look at adult learning in relation to work life, several key points stand out. First, about 25 to 35% of adults engage in continuing education, whether it's for personal growth or to advance their careers. This shows a strong commitment to lifelong learning. Adults also tend to engage more deeply with learning material because they're internally motivated and bring a wealth of life experience to the table, which enriches the learning process. Vocational development often involves multiple job changes throughout a person's career. Finding a good fit between the individual and their work environment is crucial, as it leads to greater job satisfaction and stability. On the flip side, job loss can have serious negative effects, impacting a person's identity, mental health, family relationships, and overall well-being. For aging workers, performance is often sustained through accumulated expertise and the use of compensatory strategies. How well someone adjusts to retirement depends on various factors, including their health, financial situation, and the level of social support they receive. These elements all play a vital role in navigating the later stages of a work life. In many workplaces, minorities and women often face extra challenges and scrutiny that can block their advancement, even though they bring immense value to their organizations. When employees feel free to express empathy and share their emotions openly, it builds stronger connections and promotes better teamwork, which ultimately boosts productivity. On the other hand, when people feel pressured to hide their true emotions or wear a fake persona suit, it creates a barrier to genuine engagement and authenticity. Having diverse leadership at the senior management level is proven to drive significantly higher profits, showing how important representation really is. Our goal is to create workplaces where authenticity and emotional openness are encouraged every day, so everyone can bring their whole selves to work, improving both personal well-being and overall performance.